think that when it comes to mass surveillance in a liberal democracy, I believe that the question really comes down to how do we preserve our liberal values of protecting freedom and promoting transparency while ensuring the safety and security of our borders and our people. And I think the key to answering that question is achieving the right balance such that governments find the way to least impede upon privacy rights while protecting these liberal democratic regimes, whether that means through a pandemic or countering terrorism threats at the Olympics. And I think it also means respecting the core liberal democratic values. So let's take two of those important ones: pluralism and tolerance. Pluralism being all about ensuring that power doesn't collect too much in the governing party's hands, while tolerance is all about respecting and protecting divergent viewpoints and behaviors. So clearly those concepts support one another, and at no point in history has the statement been so true that information is power. And there is very much an inherent danger to a democracy if too much information is enticingly placed in the hands of rulers. So, given the potential of mass surveillance to amass power in the government's hands, how do you structure its deployment when the security of democratic states and large-scale events are threatened? And how do you do that while respecting the very values and tenets that support those liberal democratic states? And I believe that the recent EDPB opinion on facial recognition at airports provides some useful direction, as it centers around preserving, to the greatest extent possible, individual autonomy and agency. So, in the opinion, to be very, to boil it down, it truly does favor and sees as compliant systems that allow individuals to maintain a level of autonomy and agency over their own biometric data, whether it's on their own devices. And these are clearly consistent with principles, data protection, global principles of data minimizations, integrity, and confidentiality. And where it saw systems that deny a data subject that agency, specifically, for example, by using methods where the biometric data is stored and controlled and kept in one central base and to the controllers, those were deemed to not be compliant. So I think that's really what comes down to the balance, which is a challenge to try to sift through.